we're going to fire up the grill at an amazing roadside barbecue restaurant famous for slow smoked ribs and something called cheesy balls. BT's Smokehouse in Sturbridge, Mass. is a hidden jewel. It's BBQ and BYOB, so it's time you made a beeline for BT's Smokehouse in Sturbridge. Chef Brian Treitman is the tattooed force behind this unique barbecue restaurant.
BT's is a roadside barbecue shack. We try to pay homage to the shacks down south. We want to be that place that is your go-to.
Having once cooked at some of Boston's finest restaurants, Brian decided to turn his focus from the saute pan to the smoker. But before he could afford to open this brick and mortar restaurant, he worked out of this tiny stand along Route 20.
This is the original BT Smokehouse. We built it from the ground up. The smoker holds about 400 pounds of meat, and it was all kind of trial and error. We put this together and kind of crossed our fingers and hoped it would work.
And boy, did it ever. You'd be crazy not to try some of BT's slow smoked barbecue made by Brian's dedicated team.
We put a lot of love into everything we do. We load the smoker at night so that the brisket and the pork gets a good cook all night long. We pull it out in the morning right around lunchtime so it's ready and hot and fresh.
There's flavorful brisket beer chili loaded with meats and beans, and tender pulled pork available on a platter or as a sandwich. But the real must order has to be BT's slow smoked ribs.
This is a St. Louis cut rib. It's got this beautiful bark on the outside of it, and then it's got a nice pink smoke ring in here. These ribs are cooked pretty much perfectly. We dry rub all of our meats, and we use a fairly heavy rub, and sauces are on the side, and they're there to complement the meat, not to aid it.
And while there are plenty of picnic tables outside, Brian recommends standing right at the wooden bar in the center of the dining room.
We built this bar so people can stand up here and eat. It's kind of the perfect height for eating barbecue.
And at that bar, you can snack on starters like whole smoked wings or andouille dog bites, a spicy sausage coated and fried like a corn dog. There are hand-cut fries dusted in spicy coating and beer-battered onion rings. But the best snack of all snacks is the signature Smokehouse cheesy balls.
The cheesy balls. Oh man, they're awesome.
They're really called cheesy balls of love. We were just playing around one day and we came up with this pulled pork fritter that's got dirty rice, pulled pork, cheddar cheese in this light, fluffy batter, and then we drizzle our mac and cheese sauce over it and then serve it with a little bit of our slaw. They're awesome.
BT's also takes traditional Q and gives it a twist. There are burritos stuffed with the meat of your choice, fresh pico de gallo, rice, and beans. A classic New York Reuben is turned on its head when brisket subs in for corned beef and served on thick-cut honey wheat bread.
This is not an average Reuben. This is like one of the best sandwiches you'll ever eat. It's love in your mouth.
When it comes to desserts, BT's are almost too good to be true. The s'mores cupcake is stuffed with milk chocolate ganache and frosted with a marshmallow cream, and the apple bread pudding is made with nostalgic apple cider donuts and topped with a salted bourbon caramel.
You get butter and sugar and the sweetness. It just all works together.
Everything the folks at BT's put into their barbecue seems to work well, but Brian credits one particular ingredient.
Love is all about good food. I mean, without love, you're just eating something somebody put on a plate. Our food isn't fancy when it hits the plate, but our soul is in it. I love what I do. I live a mile away and I get up every morning and I like coming here. We love what we do and we love our food.
BT's Smokehouse is at 392 Main Street. That's Route 20 in Sturbridge. Online at btsmokehouse.com.